Hey guys, this is James Wilson with MTB Strength Training Systems and BikeJames.com, and I got one of my coaches, Chad, here with me. He's going to help demonstrate a couple things. Basically, what I want to show you are some ways to help improve the hip hinge and your ability to hinge at the hips and not your lower back. And so I'm going to show you some of the basic correctives that I've learned and work real well for helping to improve that. So, Chad, go ahead and lay down on your stomach, and the first thing that we're going to show you, the most important thing, is it's called crocodile breathing, and it's basically learning how to reconnect with your diaphragm when breathing. So you can have someone help you do this. I'll show you a little self-test you can do as well. But what you do is lay on your stomach, all nice and comfortable, and you have somebody lightly put their hand on your back, and then the other hand in the low back. And then what we want to do is breathe through the nose, in and out through the nose only, and send your breath to this hand down here. So the only reason that this hand is here is just to kind of make sure that you're not breathing into the chest. So Chad, show them a bad one going into the chest. Okay, see how my hand came up here? So that's what we're looking for. So you want to breathe down into the low back. Good, so we don't want any movement going on up here. Just feeling this going on here. And then once that's done, what will also help is having someone lightly put their hands in the side here, and you also want to be able to push the fingers out with that breath as well. Nice. So Chad's been working on this, so he does a real good job with that. A self-test that you can do yourself. You can go ahead and jump up, buddy. You don't want to stab yourself in the liver and piss off your internal organs, but if you just lightly tuck your fingers up underneath your rib cage, a good diaphragmatic breath is going to push your fingers out, and a bad chest breath is going to suck the fingers in. So if you do that and you're breathing, you feel your fingers getting sucked in deeper, then you're not breathing into the belly, you're not using your diaphragm. So getting that diaphragm reset will help a lot with actually improving your hip hinge. So once you've got that down, there's a couple other things that you can do. The first thing is a banded leg or a banded hamstring stretch. I like to use these big bands. You can also use like a rope or a towel or some sort of stretch device. Let's get this on the other side here, buddy. But the cool thing about the band is as you relax and it starts to stretch, the band will take up the slack itself. Whereas if you're using some sort of rope or something like that, you have to be conscious about taking up the slack as you relax. So when you're in this position, you want to make sure you're concentrating on that belly breathing, staying relaxed, don't be breathing into the neck, and keeping the knee locked out, keeping this leg down. Also staying conscious of your toe angle here. If this toe is flopping out to the side, that's no good. You want to try to keep this up, pointed straight up to the ceiling as you're doing this. You can also take the leg across the body and bring it back the other way and kind of work a couple different stretches there. Watching Chad's face to see when we find a good spot there. So this is a good stretch that you can do. Once you've done that and you gain some range of motion with that, you can do what's called a passive leg lower. So you're going to raise that other leg up and start from this position here, and then what you're going to do is slowly lower that leg down to the ground, and you want to either touch the calf or the heel to the ground and then raise the leg back up. And what you may find is that when you bring the leg up, go ahead and do a couple more reps there. What you may find is as you bring the leg up, you actually gain a little extra range of motion on this leg here, and then the band kind of helps keep it in place. Nice. So that's the passive leg lower. And then finally, you can take the band away and do an active leg lower. So this is where you're holding the leg up yourself, lowering down. All those rules stay the same. Watching that toe position. Don't let the foot cock out. Try to keep the big toe pointed up to the ceiling. I can tell Chad's starting to get tired because that's starting to go down there. So you go ahead and relax, buddy. But that's basically it. So working on your crocodile breathing, using the banded hamstring stretch to gain some range of motion, and then working in the passive leg lowers and the active leg lowers is really going to help get that hip hinge going And then if you find that you are tighter, have less range of motion on one side than the other, then I suggest doing that side twice. So say your right leg feels tighter, have less range of motion, so start with the right, then do the left, and then do one more set on the right, and until you're evened out, and then just work on that. So anyways, this is really going to help both your deadlifts and swings and things like that in the gym, and also really help with body position on the bike. Because remember, if you can't hinge at the hip, you're not going to be able to get down in good, strong attack position. You're going to end up doing something that looks like this. That's bad balance, bad body position, it's lower back, you know, waiting to scream at you, all sorts of bad stuff. So anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed this training tip. Thanks, Chad, for your help.
Yeah, no problem.
And once again, it's been James Wilson with MTV Strength Training Systems. You can check me out on the web at bikejames.com, and I'll talk to you guys next time.